Hey everybody, Martika here with Martika J Makes. Welcome to my channel. And of course, if this is your first time joining, thank you so much for stopping by to see what this channel is all about. I am Martika and I talk most things sewing here. And then if you are returning, thank you so much for your support and always coming back to see what I'm doing. So, you guys, this is the last week of our Sewing Room Spring Clean Challenge. Are you excited? Because I am. You know what? Although a lot of us, including myself, have not gotten everything done, I hear that Fabric Week was a booger. Yeah. If you feel like this, like you have told me in the comments and even in my DMs, you're not alone. It is for me too, and I still have more to go. But we got progress going, and that is what matters, okay? So this week, I am really excited about this week because this is what I like to call our fun week, okay? Even if you have not completed everything, you can still enjoy this week because you've given yourself a push in order to get your sewing room in the place where you want it to be. And this week we're kind of reverting back to the first week, but we got something different to tag on. We are doing deep cleaning and then we are decorating our sewing rooms. You guys, how much fun is that? I don't know about you, but I love to decorate, especially in my own space. So we're talking about changing up things. If you want to change your room around, you can. If you want to change up decor pieces on your wall, you can do all of that. But before we do that, as we know, this is week 5. We need to dust our surfaces again. That is where we started by giving our surfaces a really good cleaning. And you really, as we do this, start scheduling this to do this as often as you need to, because you may work in your sewing room more or less than others. So you may need it a little bit more than others. So schedule it around the amount of time that you as a person need it, okay? So we are dusting our surfaces again, wiping them down, dusting them, all that good stuff. And then we are going to clean our floors and the corners, okay? Because a lot of times we forget about our corners. And while we're doing our corners, let's go up as well, where, you know, those little spiders like to build their little homes in the corners of our rooms. Let's go ahead, get the vacuum cleaner hose and get those sucked out too, okay? And make sure that our corners are really nice and clean so we don't have to worry about any uninvited guests, okay? Then again, we are wiping down our machines as often as you need to. If you are sewing a lot, you probably need to wipe it down a little bit more. You can clearly see the dust on your sewing machine. So go ahead, wipe down your machines again, your sergers, your embroidery machines, whatever it is that you may have, your Cricut machines. Go ahead and wipe all of that stuff down because it needs it. Wipe down your furniture, okay? As far as like your chairs, your storage pieces, storage boxes, you know, bins, plastic bins, they collect dust as well. So go ahead and give these things a good wipe down as well, so everything feels so crisp and so clean and definitely dust free. Then this is a great time to go ahead and clean your chair covers, you know, if you've made your own or if you have anything covering your chair. Or if it's just fabric covered like mine is, you know, give it a good cleaning as well. You know, vacuum it, wipe it down really good, you know, just give it a refresh as well, okay? Any mats that may be sitting under your chair, you can go ahead and just kind of clean and refresh those as well. Then you might want to refill your supplies. as you have been going through your notions and tools and all of these things, and probably sewing like I have as you go, if you need like more thread, more marking pens and things like that that you know that you have used up, I hope that you have started an inventory list of some kind. But go ahead and refill those things. And if you have any of these things that's out of place, remember we organize this stuff. So if you have any of these things that are out of place, go ahead and return them to their homes if you are done using them, so that everything stays nice and neat. And then you guys, I want you to scan your sewing room. I want you to look around. And if your eyes stop at a place that still feels really, really cluttered, go ahead and take care of that, okay? Because we want to be able to, although a lot of us have a lot of stuff in our sewing rooms, we want to make sure that we can look around our room and still feel productive, still feel free, still feel creative, not looking at that pile of clutter and it giving us that feeling of dread, so to speak, because we know we're going to have to tackle it. Just go ahead and tackle it, okay? So do a review of your room. Make a note if you know that it's going to take you a little longer, a little more time to get it done. Just make a note of that so that you can go ahead and start little bit at a time. Some things, especially like fabric, you have to do it a bite at a time, in little segments, so that you can actually get it done, because trying to get it done all at once, it can take up a full day, which can bring about burnout like nobody's business. Heck, for some of us, it could take up a full week, okay? So tackle those things in bite-sized pieces so that you can actually see progress and you can actually get it done. And then after all of this refreshing, you guys, I want you to go ahead and start adding your decorative touches to your room. Like your pictures, like your matching storage. You might have changed your storage bins up to your color code, and you can go ahead and switch those things out. You might want to add baskets around your room, or even like flowers. You might want to add some plants around your room. Plants are always welcome in any room of the house. And then, like me, I personally have been doing a lot of scrolling on Amazon to find me some peel and stick wallpaper for an accent wall. I do have some peel and stick wallpaper up, but it was like for a test run, so I did not cover the whole entire wall. So I just kind of wanted to test it out to get the feel of it, to see how I like it. But I have been looking for more peel and stick wallpaper, some more designs, some different colors, just to see what hits me, so that when I walk in my room, I immediately explode with like happiness and fun and creativity and just ready to go. So that is what I am personally looking for right now. But these things, whatever makes you feel good in your space, this is what you want to decorate with, okay? It is up to you. You don't have to be like anybody else. Your room is your own. That is where you sew, okay? So now, after doing all of this, you can now tidy up your room and make it feel like a place where you can sit down and just enjoy the process at any given time. And that is what ends our challenge. When we get our rooms to the exact space that we want it to be, okay? Whether it is pink and girly, or whether it's black and white, or whether it is just, using some things, making it homey, that homey feeling, whether you want to pull some old antique pieces in or whatever, and make it feel like that space that maybe grandma or mom had when you were a little girl. I don't know what you want, But whatever it is you want, I want you to make it yours, okay? So tell me in the comments. I want to hear about your style, okay? Right now, I personally, before I hear about your style, I'll tell you about mine. I am really thinking about adding some pinks in my space. I love it. I have some blacks, I have some whites. As you can see behind me, I have this yellow and white kind of like chevron curtain going on, but I'm thinking about changing it because I'm looking at more like some floral peel and stick wallpaper. I want a floral arrangement in here. Those are things to me that just kind of cheers up a room, okay? And so I'm looking at all of these things and really playing with some ideas in my head to see exactly where I'm going to go with it. Now, I don't want to go with just like one color code because as you know, when we sew, we got all kind of fabrics and stuff sitting around the place and that we're sewing with. So I don't want to be locked in my sewing room. I do want it to be, an arrangement of colors, but what do I want my like base colors, my main accent colors to be in my room? And that's kind of where I'm going with this. So I'm going to mess around with it and see where I'm going with mine, but I want to know where you're going with yours. So hit me in the comments. Let me know where your design creativity is coming from and maybe some color codes that you're thinking about going with as well and the type of space you might have. And while I'm saying that, let me say this. I don't care if you're in a corner, okay? I used to sew in the corner of my bedroom, you guys. And guess what? I used to have like a little floral arrangement up. I used to have it was a huge, really big, pretty mug where I would put my tools in, like my marking pens, my seam gauges and things like that, just to like give it as much of a decorative feel as I could in that little corner, okay? So it doesn't matter the size of the space that you have. Let me make that very clear to you. I want you to make it yours. Do you want to repaint your sewing table? I used to use a wooden desk, and before I was able to move into the extra room of my home, I almost painted my desk white. It was a brown desk. I was getting ready to paint it white. And so I ended up, of course, getting a different desk, as my sewing table, my standing desk and everything that I can adjust up and down. But that is what I was getting ready to do in that space. So, you have to just work with what you got. Don't look at what everybody else got. Go into your space and look at what you got and work with that, okay? So, you guys, this ends our challenge. It has been fun. It has been productive. It has gotten me back to my sewing machine, and I am feeling so good. I'm working on a top right now and getting ready to start working on some matching pants to that as soon as I'm finished. I got more things lined up. I have a whole wall of inspiration patterns that I have, and I was asked if I will be doing a tour of my sewing room when it is done. Yes, I will be doing a tour of my sewing room when it is done. It is not going to be done completely finished in a week, okay? Like I said, I'm looking at accent wall and stuff like that. So it will probably be sometime in June. That's what I'm saying, okay? That's when I would love to have everything totally completed in here. But it will probably be sometime then, and I will definitely be doing a sewing room tour of my own space. So you guys, thank you for joining me in this challenge. If this is your first video you're watching, this is not timestamped. Go back to challenge week 1 and start over. No matter what time, what year you are watching this in, go back to the first week and start with the challenge. You guys, we can do this over and over again. We can do this challenge as much as we need it. If we ever fall off track, we can just jump right back on and do it all over again, okay? And the plus side about that is that doing it again, it'll even be easier because you've already done it before, right? Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Happy cleaning, happy decorating, and happy sewing. Thank you for joining me. Remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Bye-bye.